Hey everybody, it's Tracy from A to Z Cosplay, and I'm here to talk about the new weapons policy for MegaCon for April 2015. If you are planning on attending the new MegaCon for this year, you know that we are back in the Western Concourse, so no more of the North Concourse, and we're back to all the space that we're supposed to have. However, I do expect that it will be as big as it was last year, if not bigger. So it's going to be almost ridiculous. However, the big piece here is that we have been reading all through the weapons policy and pretty much the rules and regulations for MegaCon for this current year, and they're a little extreme. I can't imagine how well this is going to go over, but let's go over it a little bit. Alright, the big one to us, I just want to go over the props and weapons policy. Of course, this is meant for the safety of everybody that attends the con. However, those of us that do have props for our specific costumes, we're going to be a little SOL. Case in point, let me just read a couple pieces here. Bows and slingshots are allowed. However, they must be destrung. There must be no capacity to fire any object from the bow or slingshot. Make sure it cannot function. Arrows and other items used in bows and slingshots are prohibited. So, Mike has a bow for his Hawkeye costume. And he has a quiver that has arrows that he's made, like, already in them. However, I'm not quite sure how, a lot of the bows that most customers have function, but I know how Mike's does. And if he removes the string on his bow, it's no longer a bow. It goes from being done like this to going back to like that. The string is what keeps it like a bow. You're going to be carrying around a piece of straight wood otherwise. Arrows have always been fine at all cons, except for, you don't use them in your freaking bow. So you don't try to shoot them. But Mike's are like pieced apart in his quiver. I just don't know if it's going to be an issue with the way his quiver is set up. But what does it really matter? Because he can't bring his bow. What good is a quiver with arrows that you can't take out with a bow that doesn't have a string because you have to have it unstrung, but then again it's just like a stick at that point. Nerf guns and other foam dart guns are allowed, but they must not have any foam darts loaded at any time. That's okay. I mean, I don't know how often they can check for something like that, but this one gets a little bit tricky as well. Live firearms, including modern, hunting, or historic, either functioning or decommissioned, are not permitted at any MegaCon event. Replica firearms made from real metal, solid resin, plastic, rubber are not to be brought onto convention grounds. All other firearms, projectile weapons, are required to have orange safety tips at all times on convention grounds. However, they can be removable for photography or competition purposes as long as they are reattached when moving around the convention. The thing was, earlier today there was something in here about, oh wait, here it is. No items can have sharp points, sharp edges, excessive weight, or any other features that could be deemed dangerous to others. We do not allow metal replica samurai swords, BB guns, air guns, even if they are not loaded. You know what that means? That means no Black Widow guns. I don't even know how to use the function that they are, but I know that they're air guns. So I can't do anything with them. That means empty holsters for Black Widow. we're pretty much going to be crappy Avengers at this point. Now I do understand this. Props with an excessive weight are subject to approval by security. There are some people that carry around some really ridiculous stuff, and if you're in the dealer hall, you need to get the heck out. You know, because at MegaCon, there isn't a lot of moving room. There really isn't, and there's too many people in that dealer hall. MegaCon has been and almost will be a buyer's convention. It really is. It's all about the dealer hall. And there's so many rows to go through, and if you have some gigantic costume, you don't need to wear it on Saturday and plan on going into the dealer hall. That's just the truth of it. This, I thought, I mean, I understand it, but they can take it too literally. Blunt weapons such as baseball bats and hockey sticks are prohibited. I'm sorry, Casey Jones. No hockey stick at MegaCon. And any of those people that were planning on making really cool 2-star Makos, yeah, you can leave that baseball bat covered in nails at home. I mean, there's going to be a prop like stand that you can go to and get your prop checked at and be deemed that what you have is okay to carry around. However, in order to be deemed okay, they are going to give you an orange sticker. I don't know about you, but any prop I've ever made, I've put a lot of work into it. And I've done a lot of painting, and I've done a lot of sealing. I don't want a damn sticker stuck to it. My coworker and friend Samantha of Dova Designs is like, I'm just going to take a piece of paper and and some rubber band so that they can put the sticker on that, and I'll just rubber band it because I'm not spending that time on my axe for them to, you know, stick something to it that's going to leave a residue that's going to be like that forever after spending hours and hours and hours getting it just right. The last thing that really bothered me about the new policy was costume swords must be tied to your costume in such a way that they can't be drawn. That's gonna suck for photos. So I hope that's only the case inside of the dealer hall, not in the hallways or especially in the outside area where you don't have to pay to get into. You are able to just go to the convention center and just kind of walk around on the outside. Because you spend a lot of time on that prop. You should be able to pose with it as much as you want. You don't put all this work into something just to have it be super, super, super safe and they not be able to take it out. But I don't know where the line needs to be drawn so that people are safe and the costumes are safe as well, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen people's costumes get messed up just because they were wearing it in an area that was far too crowded for their costume. So I don't know. My main thing though is if you are planning on bringing a prop and you don't know if it is going to be allowed or not, be prepared to take it back to your vehicle. And I hope that it's not Warbler, and if it is Warbler based, then that you sealed it really, really, really well, because that stuff's gonna melt in an Orlando parking lot. Because I wouldn't trust my weapons or my costumes or anything else to be held by a prop desk to be returned to you by the end of the day before you leave. I'm pretty sure they're either gonna take it or they're gonna destroy it. So if you care for your prop or your, well, it's gonna be a prop or a weapon, have a secondary plan in mind. And see you at MegaCon. One last thing. Can someone please tell me what a yaoi paddle is? It's so important apparently that it has its own special area in the rules and regulations. Essentially, if you have it and it's not wrapped up, then you can be taken immediately off of premises. So it seems like it's pretty serious. If anybody wants to, reply in the comments, educate me.